I'm Jamie Cutteridge, and in August 2015, me and some friends went out to visit the refugee camp in Calais. We're on the road. It's just after 6. We went because we saw a need. We went because we saw suffering. The news might talk about these people as a swarm, they might talk about these people as a problem, but we believe that every person in that camp is made in the image of God. And we believe that if Jesus was here today, Jesus would be in that place working and listening to the stories of those refugees. And if Jesus should be there, we believe the church should be there. So that's why we went. We went to hear stories, we went to take what we can, and we went to try and just preserve the image of the holy inside each and every one of those people. So we're finally in Calais. We're driving around trying to find the place that we've got to drop the stuff off at. We're unloading the van at this Catholic church, and I think the amount of stuff you're about to see is genuinely staggering. Like our little few vehicles here, it kind of pales into insignificance. Obviously this is one room and this is quite a lot of stuff, but it's quite a lot more. As you can see, a lot of generosity and people wanting to give stuff, but there's a real shortage of people to sort this out. If you just look at this, there's all this stuff, and it's kind of just an disorganised mess. And so I guess we're now beginning to question what we need to do next. Is what's needed here, not more stuff, but actually more people and more pairs of hands to sort this out. We had a van, and we stood in the back of the van handing out bags of food to the people queuing up. The queue went all the way down the road, it went round the corner and back into the camp. By the time we handed out the last bag of food from that van, the queue equally went out of sight, down the road, round back into the camp, and these were people who wouldn't be getting any food that day. So as a start to our day in the camp, it was quite a tough one, really. We didn't know what we were going to meet, we didn't know who we were going to meet, we didn't know exactly what the camp was going to be like, because you can only get one kind of idea, like a really vague idea from behind a TV set. Why did you leave Iran?
Because I have some special problem with my father. He wanted to send me to Syria and Iraq for fighting, and I don't want it. I don't like war. I don't want. Iranian government send a lot of people to Syria for fighting, and to Iraq, and people from Afghanistan and Iran, and I don't like it. I don't want to fight with human, and because of that, I left my country.
Why are you trying to go to the UK?
Why I'm trying to go to the UK?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to UK to have a good life.
Yeah.
And see my family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the effect of the fence, especially as it kind of, as you see on the video, that it's next to the road that sweeps kind of along and above the camp, and so it kind of towers over the whole camp when you're there, and that has to have a dehumanising effect on people living in the camp. One of the things that it's really important to do, and one of the main reasons I went out there, is we need to rehumanise that problem. I don't want to talk about a swarm, I don't want to talk about a mass of people, because that mass of people is made up with a load of individuals loved and created by God, made in His image. So if the only thing that I did when I was over there was to share their stories and to encourage people that these are brothers and sisters that we need to be caring for, then I think that was a totally worthwhile reason to go. If God is looking at that camp and weeping and wishing it was different, then for the church in this country not to do something about that, not to do something about the humanitarian crisis on our doorstep, is an absolute scandal. It's easy to look at all of this and feel hopeless, but actually we're not. There's something you, sitting there in your church, sitting there in your youth group, can do about this. We can't do anything to bring people over here, but we can do something to make life easier for the people living in that camp. We've teamed up with a charity that have been working in Calais for years to launch our Love Calais appeal. £500 will buy the raw materials for a shelter for up to 12 people, which can provide much needed accommodation in the wet, miserable winter months. Currently, the living conditions in the camp are temporary, ramshackle and insufficient to survive the oncoming winter. This project is a huge opportunity to support people who are desperately in need of our help and assistance. So our challenge to you is, can you guys raise £500 and make a huge difference for a group of people this winter? You could host a winter sleep out, you could run a bake-off, or just go around asking for money. Whatever you can do, please do it. For more information and to download a pack with sponsorship forms and posters, go to www.premieryouthwork.com/Love Calais. Thank you.